Hi YouTube, it's Alan Sagano, president of ADS Consulting Group, and today I'm going to talk a little bit about a hyperconverged solution from HPE called SimpliVity. So a little backstory on this. SimpliVity was actually an independent company, and then HP bought them out about a year ago. It also competes with like vSAN from VMware. Also Nutanix is a player in this space. Essentially what it does is it collapses your compute storage, backup, and DR replication all into one unit. SimpliVity's really biggest differentiator is they have a once and forever dedupe card. It's a hardware card. And before it does any writes to the actual physical storage, it goes, wait a minute, do I have this storage anywhere else already on the entire, it's what's called storage federation? And if the answer is yes, it doesn't bother writing the storage. It just creates a pointer to it and says, hey, this is another place where this storage is being used, another place where the storage is being used. So what happens there is that your IOPS just drop to like maybe 10% or less than a typical SAN or even non once and forever dedupe compression. The advantage here is that you can do backups. They're stored on the SimpliVity stuff. We still recommend, it's still stored on SimpliVity storage. We still recommend getting a backup to a NAS and then off to tape and then off-site, because that's still best practice. But what you can do with this is you can do backups on the SimpliVity storage, and because of the dedupe stuff, you can back up, let's say, a 1 terabyte server in about 10-15 seconds. The first time I tried it, I said, okay, well, let me see how good this thing works. We bring it up for a client, oh, let me just try to do a backup, click, do a backup. 15 seconds later, I have a backup of a 1 terabyte server, and I'm like, wow, that wasn't possible. So I did it again, and then 30 seconds later, I had 2 backups. So it is amazing. The other really big advantage of SimpliVity is for DR replication. So you can take that same stuff, do a backup to a different SimpliVity node that might be across a wide area network, and get that backup, what might be a logical 1 terabyte replication, because of the dedupe, maybe only 50 meg goes across the wire, 50, 100 meg or whatever. It's much smaller than the logical 1 terabyte replication, and it gets there in a few minutes depending on how fast your WAN link is. Overall, we've been very, very happy with SimpliVity. We have it running at several clients. We have it running on our cloud. It works really, really well. I guess the other caveat now, it doesn't really matter so much, but you definitely want to get the all flash storage. Don't get spindle drives. Spindle drives with SimpliVity don't really work that well, and you can run into scalability issues. The flash stuff, we've thrown a pretty heavy workload at it, and it just keeps going. There's actually no performance degradation that we see. Our latency is, 1 millisecond, 2 milliseconds, maybe a spike to 4 or 5 milliseconds, both read and write latency. It's amazing. So if you're considering doing a hyperconverged system, take a look at SimpliVity. We're very, very happy with it. It works really, really well. The other advantage, right, is if you need to do a backup or something, you can do it. It takes 15 seconds. Why not do it? It's almost no overhead, and also restores go really quickly too. So it saved our bacon a couple of times when we've had to troubleshoot stuff and do a quick backup, then a quick restore, and a quick backup. Oh, that didn't work. Okay, let's do a restore. Works really, really well. Check it out. I'll put a link here to HPE's website about more information if you're interested, or you can send us an email at info@adscon.com, and we'd love to give you a demo of it. So that's our tip for the day. If you like this information, please hit that subscribe button, and hopefully got some value out of this. Thanks a lot for listening, and we'll talk to you soon. Thanks a lot.